All right, my dear viewers, you're welcome to another edition of Grammar Tips. It is coming your way on Otagap TV, and it is meant for us to understand the use of English language and to apply it both in examination situations and during other purposes or for other purposes. I'm Gabriel Hassanota, welcoming you on board. It's my pleasure. The other time we talked about organization in composition, and we looked at the physical outlook of a composition, a given composition, as one of the yardsticks that examiners look at when they score candidates writing any composition. We talked about the writer's address and other parts of a given informal or formal letter. Still talking about the address. Of course, I received calls, I received comments, I received suggestions that I should talk more. I still talk more about the writer's address, which is now the focus of this discussion before we make progress. Now, in writing the address, that is the address of the writer and even the receiver in the case of a formal letter, there are things you should note. There are options you have, and there are rules guiding whatever option you have. In writing the address, remember we said the other time that the address is usually located top right of the first page of your composition, that is whether formal or informal letter. Now, I mentioned the other time you still have the option of either using the indented style of writing or the block style of writing the address. Whatever you choose, consistency is very important. For example, if you choose to use the indented style of writing the address, make sure that you do not deviate from it. What I said before is that after the first line, the next line you give one space in front, and the line that follows it, another one space, like that, up to the end of the address. So it will be going one way like this. But when you make the mistake of you space the next line after the first, and you do not space the line that follows it, and you make it look like the last two lines form a block, it becomes an offense. The examiner will penalize you for not being consistent. So we advise candidates to use one and be consistent with whatever address they choose. Now, what we want to add today is that you have the option of punctuating the address fully or not punctuating at all. What do I mean by that? You have your address. You decide that you're not going to punctuate any portion of the address, such as the one on the screen now. Say the Department of Broadcasting, Kogi State University, Anyigba, Kogi State. You choose not to punctuate any portion of it. It is allowed. The only thing is that you punctuate the last part of it. That is, when the address comes to an end, you now put full stop. You are good to go if you do that. Then, if you must punctuate, then you do it fully. For example, the same address, when it is to be punctuated, will be Department of Broadcasting, comma, Kogi State University, comma, Anyigba, comma, Kogi State, full stop. You see? Now, if you choose not to punctuate and you mistakenly put comma in one line without putting it in the other lines, you have failed because the examiner will penalize you for not being consistent. So I advise my dear viewers that when you're writing your address, you choose one. And you're going to punctuate, then do so appropriately. If you will not punctuate, then do not punctuate at all, even if there are abbreviations. For example, if we add the PMB, let's say the university address you have used has PMB 1030 somewhere before Kogi State or before Anyigba. Let's say you have Department of Broadcasting, for example, Prince Kogi State University, for example, okay, then PMB 1037, for example, then Kogi State, for example. I say for example. Now, the P, M, and B may be without punctuation if you choose not to punctuate the address at all. But if you must punctuate, then it has to be P full stop. That is the address with punctuation. P full stop, M full stop, and B full stop. I need to emphasize this because very many people make the mistake of omitting the last full stop after B whenever they write PMB. Examiners are very careful about this and they will go there to check. So when you write, you use an address with PMB, that is private mail bag, P full stop, M full stop, and B full stop. If you omit the full stop after B before the number, the examiner will penalize you for omitting the full stop. Is that clear to you? So for all these reasons, we have decided, or we decided that this part of the discussion be highlighted again. That's why we're upholding it during this edition of the program, that when you write, you have the choice, you have the option of punctuating fully and not punctuating at all and using full stop at the end of the discussion, of the address, I beg your pardon. Okay, when you do that, no examiner will penalize you and no organization will say that you've done wrong, not punctuating or punctuating. What they penalize is when you are not consistent. I believe this will be a great help to all of us, those who will be going for examinations and even those who receive or write official or unofficial letters. On Otagap TV, we are poised to educate you on the proper ways to write and to speak the English language for examination and for other purposes. Don't forget, please do not forget to like, do not forget to share. Do not forget to make your comments. As a matter of fact, this edition of the program is a product of suggestions from viewers telling me that I should explain more on the writer's address. And so I believe you have had the answers to the questions you posed, particularly relating to writing the address with or without punctuation. Once again, I say thank you for joining us, and another edition will soon be for your viewing. I am Gabriel Hassan on Otagap TV saying have a nice time and goodbye.